Have you ever met someone and thought, wow, this could really be something? The conversation flows seamlessly, the laughter feels genuine, and your interests seem to line up like puzzle pieces. You're both into the same movies, share a love for late night tacos, and even have similar life goals. On paper, it almost feels perfect. But for some reason, it just doesn't turn into a real relationship. There's compatibility, but it's not clicking into place, and you're left wondering why. If you've ever found yourself in this situation, you're not alone. Today, let's dive into the subtle signs that you're compatible with someone, but it's not truly clicking, and what you can do to move forward with clarity and confidence. So, what does it actually mean when there's compatibility but no relationship? Sometimes you might connect with someone who seems to tick all the boxes. You get along, you share interests, and you genuinely enjoy each other's company. But here's the twist: compatibility isn't everything. It's only one part of the equation. Timing matters, emotional readiness matters, expectations matter. Just because two people get along doesn't mean they're both ready or even willing to take things deeper. Picture this: you're hanging out, having fun, maybe even sharing vulnerable stories or personal jokes. But despite the good times, there's a nagging sense that something's missing. Maybe they never talk about the future, or they avoid any conversation that hints at commitment. That's a signal right there. You're enjoying the moment, but one or both of you aren't looking for something more. Let's break down the signs that you're compatible, but it's not truly clicking. The first sign is that you're not in their future plans. It's a subtle but telling indicator. When someone is genuinely interested in building a relationship, even early on, they'll start to imagine you in their future, whether it's next month, next summer, or even years ahead. If your partner talks about future plans but never includes you, that's a red flag. Maybe they mention an upcoming trip, a career move, or a dream they want to chase. But notice how the language always keeps you at arm's length. They say, I'm traveling next summer, instead of, maybe we should go together. You're present in their now, but conspicuously absent in their future. If you're repeatedly left out of their plans, it's a sign that things aren't clicking on that deeper level. The second sign is inconsistent communication. This is one of the most confusing experiences you can have in modern dating. Sometimes they're super engaged, texting you constantly, making plans, sharing memes, and being totally present. Other times they vanish. No texts, no calls, no explanation. The roller coaster of attention leaves you wondering what changed. One day, your phone lights up with their name non-stop. The next day, it's radio silence. You start overanalyzing every interaction, trying to decode their intentions. This inconsistency is often a sign of emotional unavailability. They're interested enough to keep things going, but not committed enough to make you a priority. If you're always the one reaching out, or you find yourself waiting for their attention to come back around, it's a classic sign that something isn't truly clicking. Sign number 3: keeping things surface level. You've noticed that while you can talk about hobbies, favorite foods, or weekend plans, the conversation never seems to go deeper. When you try to talk about family, values, or future goals, they change the subject or keep it light. Maybe you ask about their upbringing, their biggest dreams, or what matters most to them, and they steer the conversation back to safer ground. This avoidance isn't accidental. When someone isn't interested in building emotional depth, they'll keep things casual and fun, avoiding anything that could create a deeper bond. If you feel like you're stuck on repeat, discussing the same light topics without ever getting to the heart of who they are, that's a sign they don't want to build something more meaningful. The fourth sign is avoiding clarity. This one can be incredibly frustrating, especially if you're someone who values honesty and directness. If you bring up the what are we talk or try to define the relationship, do they dodge the question? Do they say things like, let's not label this or let's just go with the flow? While these phrases can sound open minded, they're often a way of keeping things ambiguous. It's their way of telling you they're not ready for more without actually saying it. If you're always tiptoeing around the subject, or if they get uncomfortable when you mention commitment, that's a clear indication that things aren't clicking into place. Sign number 5: physical connection without emotional investment. There's attraction, maybe even chemistry, and you enjoy spending time together. You hang out, have fun, maybe share physical intimacy. But when it comes to sharing your lives, hopes, or fears, the door is closed. You might be curious about their deeper thoughts or feelings, but they keep things shallow. You're connecting on a physical level, but there's no real emotional bond. This dynamic can feel exciting in the moment, but over time it leaves you feeling unsatisfied and disconnected. Without emotional investment, a relationship can't truly grow. So, what can you do if you recognize these signs in your own situation? The first step is to get clear on your own expectations. Ask yourself honestly, do I want casual fun or am I looking for a serious relationship? What are my non negotiables? What do I need to feel fulfilled and valued? Taking time to reflect on your true desires helps you approach the situation with clarity. Next, communicate openly. As tempting as it might be to avoid uncomfortable conversations, hiding your feelings only prolongs uncertainty. Being brave enough to speak your truth is essential. You might say, I love spending time with you, but clarity is important to me. What do you want? The simple, honest statement can open the door to real understanding. Even if you don't get the answer you want, you'll feel empowered by expressing your needs. Another crucial step is to respect yourself. It's easy to internalize someone's lack of readiness as a reflection of your own worth, but that's simply not true. Compatibility alone isn't enough to build a lasting relationship. If the other person isn't ready, it doesn't mean you're not worthy of love or commitment. Waiting around forever, hoping things will magically change, can drain your energy and self-esteem. Sometimes the healthiest choice is to walk away and create space for someone who's truly ready to value and invest in you. Let's wrap this up with some motivation. Being compatible is wonderful. It means you found someone you genuinely connect with. But remember, it's not the whole story. If you recognize the signs that things aren't clicking, don't ignore them or sweep them under the rug. Be honest with yourself. Clarify your expectations. Don't put yourself second, hoping things will improve if you just try harder. You deserve a relationship where you're a priority, not an option. If you're watching this and thinking, wow, this describes my situation perfectly, know that you're not alone. And there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Every experience teaches you something about yourself, about what you need, and about the kind of love you deserve. Use this knowledge as fuel to move forward with confidence. Here's the call to action. If this helped you see your situation more clearly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Because in the next videos, I'll share how to stop over-investing in the wrong person and how to recognize the right one faster. Join me on this journey and let's build smarter, healthier relationships together. Imagine for a moment what life could look like if you stopped doubting yourself and started trusting your intuition. What if you could spot these signs right away, saving yourself from months or even years of confusion and heartache? The truth is, relationships are complex and there's no magic formula for making things click. But by paying attention to these signals, you can make choices that honor your needs and protect your heart. Let's revisit these signs one more time. If you're not part of their future plans, if communication is inconsistent, if conversations stay surface level, if clarity is avoided, and if there's only a physical connection without emotional investment, these are all signals that despite compatibility, it's not truly clicking. It's not about blaming anyone or trying to change them. It's about recognizing what's real and choosing what's right for you. Maybe you're thinking back on a recent experience. You met someone, things felt easy, and you got excited about the possibilities. But as time went on, you noticed you were always the one making plans, always the one reaching out, always the one willing to go deeper. You hoped that with enough patience, things would shift. But you kept encountering the same roadblocks. No mention of the future, no emotional depth, no clarity. It's frustrating, but it's also a valuable lesson. You learned that compatibility is only part of the story. The rest requires mutual investment, emotional readiness, and a willingness to build something real. So, what if you decide to have that honest conversation? You sit down, look them in the eye, and say, I need clarity. What do you want? Maybe they admit they're not ready. Maybe they say they just want to keep things casual. Maybe they're surprised by your directness. No matter the outcome, you've respected yourself. You've chosen honesty and courage over uncertainty and fear. That's something to be proud of. And if you decide to walk away, remember, you're not giving up. You're moving forward. You're making space for someone who sees your value, who wants to build a future with you, who's ready to invest emotionally and physically. Every ending is a new beginning, an opportunity to learn, grow, and attract the love you deserve. As you move forward, keep these insights close. Pay attention to the way someone talks about their future. Notice the consistency or inconsistency in their communication. Listen to the depth of your conversations. Watch for clarity or the lack thereof. Tune in to the balance between physical and emotional connection. These signs will help you navigate the complex world of relationships with greater confidence and wisdom. And remember, you are worthy of love, clarity, and commitment. Don't settle for less. Compatibility is a beautiful starting point, but it's not the finish line. Choose relationships that honor your needs, respect your boundaries, and bring out the best in you. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of self-discovery and relationship wisdom. If this resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more practical tips on building smarter, healthier connections. In the next videos, we'll talk about how to stop over-investing in the wrong person and how to recognize the right one faster so you can create the love story you truly deserve. Let's build a community where honesty, clarity, and self-respect come first, where we support each other in making choices that lead to growth, happiness, and lasting love. Because you deserve relationships that don't just click, they thrive. So, take a deep breath, trust your instincts, and move forward with confidence. The right relationship will feel easy, natural, and truly fulfilling. Until then, honor yourself, stay honest, and keep believing in the love you're meant to find. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.